Nice to see you guys. I've missed being out here with y'all.
Oh, man.
In just a few minutes, as the people out there here already know, Liz Cheney is going to be over here to talk about her new book.
That's right.
Oath and Honor. But before I get into that, it is so lovely to see all of you. The last time I was sitting at this desk, which was the Tuesday before Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
I was in a heap of trouble.
Yep.
I was not aware of the amount of trouble I was in. Did you notice anything going on with me that night?
I mean, I knew something was wrong when, for the first time in almost 9 years, you had to rehearse the monologue sitting at the desk with a barf bucket next to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I had forgotten that detail till you reminded me. Yes. That's never a good sign.
Not a good sign, man.
So here's kind of briefly what happened. As I mentioned before, last time I was doing the Late Show, almost 3 weeks ago, I had to get an emergency surgery for a ruptured appendix. And here's what happened. We'd had a really great show the night before with David Letterman. We had a wonderful time with Dave. What a joy to have him here. I was feeling high. But then I got home, and I was not feeling great. And I didn't know what was going on. I thought I might have caught something from Dave's beard. And I woke up the next morning just in abdominal agony. And I figured the pain would go away. You know, it would pass. So I decided to do the show that night. How bad could it be? Turns out, extremely bad. Now, for those of you who don't know, and I have this, a friend of mine, Maris Gardino, sent this to me. This is what a healthy appendix looks like, right there. That's it. That thing right there is the appendix, okay? But by taping time that day, my appendix looked like this. Now, I didn't know it was my appendix, and I didn't know that it had burst, even though the pain just got off the charts by the time I made it to stage that night. I did the show. I did two shows. It was a two-show night, because we did two show nights so people could have an extra day off for the holidays. And because we'd already been out for 5 months during the strike, and I'd already missed a week for COVID, and most importantly, because I am an idiot, I said, let's just do the show. But it also, you know, proves that I'm kind of brave. The pain was manageable. It only hurt when I moved and when I didn't. And I held it together for 2 monologues and 2 second acts and then a long interview with Bradley Cooper, because there is no pain when you're lost in those baby blues. But here's the thing, the moment I was not prepared for, and I want to start off by saying I love this man, was the cooking segment I did with Jose Andres. Because at the end of it, he spontaneously grabbed me to dance with him afterwards. Now, keep in mind, I don't want to get too technical here, I was dying. Also, to be completely clear, I didn't tell Bradley, I didn't tell Jose, no one had any idea. Jose had no idea how I was feeling. There was no way he could have known at that point my insides had become what the Spanish call paella. So, we finished the show. I've got a raging fever. I'm shaking like a Polaroid picture with the DTs. I get in the car, and my driver, Pablo, who I've known and worked with for 15 years, said, Mr. Colbert, I really think I should take you to the hospital. And I said, no, I just need to go to sleep. I just need to go home. And then Evie calls me, and she says, Stephen, I really think Pablo should take you to the hospital, and I'll meet you there. And I said, no, honey, I just need to go to sleep. I just need to go home. 5 minutes later, Evie calls me back and says, Pablo's going to take you to the hospital. I'm going to meet you there. And I said, that's a really good idea. That's a really good thing. True? So we get to the hospital, they scan me, it turns out my appendix had already burst. They said when they opened me up, it was like they'd shot John Wick 5 down there. They got to take out the appendix, then they got to clean everything out. And I don't want to go into too much detail here, but basically they go in there with a power washer and a shop vac. Just... So my appendix burst. Here's the thing. This thing burst. They don't know why appendix go bad because they don't know why they go good. They have no idea what it does. All they know is at some point it just turns around to the pancreas and says, I bet I could kill this guy. So, bet you $5. Bet you $5 I could kill this guy. So they yank it out, and I've been at home recovering ever since. And quick note, I am not here to condone the use of morphine. I'm just asking if anyone brought some tonight. They gave me morphine, and then they gave me Dilaudid. They gave me Dilaudid, and I was like, wait, that's what Samuel Coleridge was on. And then I started saying, you can, in the actual room, I'm going, in Xanadu did Kubla Khan a stately pleasure dome decree, where Alf the sacred river ran through caverns measureless to man, down to a sunless sea. And Evie's like, he's not hallucinating, he's always like that. True story. Anyway, it's been quite a journey. I want to thank the doctors and nurses at St. Barnabas Hospital who took such care of me. Dr. Troutman, Dr. Shaker, Dr. Sirocco. And of course, I want to thank everybody who reached out with well wishes, the world leaders, the presidents, the potentates, the stars of stage and screen, the musicians, the authors, the scientists. There are too many to name. You know who you are, and I'll never forget it. And to everyone who did not reach out, I know who you are, and I'll never forget it. And I want to thank the people on this show. I want to thank the people on this show who truly went beyond the call of duty to get me through that taping and propping me up. My stage manager right here, Mark McKenna, literally stood between me and the audience so I could weep into my script during commercial breaks. I want to thank Evie and the kids who have been amazing during my recovery. And they have been amazing. Filled the hole where my appendix used to be with love. And you might be surprised that at the end here, I'd like to thank my appendix. Because you giving me blood poisoning helped me lose 14 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Appendicitis is the new Ozempic. We'll be right back with Liz Chan.